Hey, it's Cliff, and I'm always looking for different kinds of investments that I can make, especially cryptocurrency investments that can compete with Ethereum right now, because I see there's a major issue with gas fees on the Ethereum network. So until they can move over to proof of stake, I don't see their gas fee issues getting any better right now, and there could be another crypto that comes along and competes with Ethereum. So I've been looking at Cardano recently, and I'm not 100% on board for Cardano, and I'm not really against it either. I'm just doing bird eye investigation right now. So I had an idea that maybe I could niche down within Cardano and invest in one of their decentralized exchanges. So the most popular one that I saw was SundaeSwap. So just doing slight research, this is the first thing that I saw that came up for their exchange. And it says SundaeSwap, the first decentralized cryptocurrency exchange on the Cardano blockchain, went live this week, but users have complained that transactions are failing and they aren't receiving their swap tokens. Similar to Uniswap's Uni token, which powers the automated liquidity provider, SundaeSwap has its own token, Sundae, but the data websites CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko don't have any pricing information. And it says further that SundaeSwap announced Thursday on Twitter that swapping was live, but they ran into a bunch of issues. Since then, users have complained on Twitter, Discord, and Telegram that they have not received their tokens after swapping Cardano for Sundae. And some said that they've even been waiting over 9 hours. So immediately, I'm kind of like, I don't know about this one. Now, it's not a huge deal. Network congestion does happen. It's not the end of the world, but this was kind of like, I don't know at this point. So reading on SundaeSwap's website, currently displays a notice when attempting to swap ADA for Sundae. The network is extremely congested at the moment. Swaps may fail or not go through until congestion decreases. Please be patient. Okay. All right. I'm not, it's not good, that's for sure, but it's not the end of the world. After initial publication of the story, a representative for SundaeSwap said the following. The congestion on the Cardano network is understandably frustrating, but also evidence of the network working as intended to live up to its mission of stability and economic fairness. The network didn't crash, security didn't decrease, and it didn't create exploitive fees for the end user. Instead, it's creating queues at various breakpoints throughout the system so that it can soak up and process as many orders as possible. Which is cool. Okay, yeah, nothing bad happened, but it's still not working. So it's not really a good thing. And then it just gets worse. So it says there were some unanticipated issues with wallets, which we're sure that the developers at Nami, Blockfrost, and CC Vault are working diligently to resolve. We've been in contact with both Nami and CC Vault to offer any support we can. It's important to understand that we've seen no evidence of anyone's funds being actually lost. So not only was SundaeSwap not working, the wallets that they were integrating with weren't working either. So it's like a big issue that's the whole thing's not working. And finally, the DEX operates with a notion of slippage tolerance, acceptable price. Much like Uni or classical exchanges, the DEX is unable to execute an order outside of this price range in order to protect user funds. So that's good to hear. If you were putting in a purchase, you are in that price range, so they're not gonna like charge you a different price for 9 hours later. So that was cool, but still, I was looking at this like, well, it doesn't work. And leading up to this launch, the price of ADA actually went up 40%, but as soon as these issues started happening, it tanked back down. It went up to around 155, and by the end of it, it was at like 119. So it didn't completely tank, but still, people were kind of looking at this like, what the hell? This is definitely no good. But that wasn't even enough to turn me off from the investment. I was like, these tech issues happen, it's not good, but okay, sure. That's where it got worse. So I started looking at this partnership that was going to take place, and it was between two different decentralized decentralized exchanges, which was SundaeSwap and this other exchange called Cardstarter. And so here's what was happening with them. It says the ongoing drama between the two projects built on Cardano blockchain escalated across multiple social media platforms Monday, much to the dismay of the ADA community. The issues began in April when accelerated program Cardstarter announced it would launch its own decentralized exchange, or DEX, shortly after its founders incentivized investors to provide liquidity for the project on Uniswap in exchange for native CSWAP tokens. Okay, so they're trying to raise capital. That's pretty common. And I wouldn't mind being an investor if I felt there was something promising going on here, but this is where it gets worse. The platform's developers landed an agreement with a third-party DEX called SundaeSwap. Sometime later, marketing the deal as a merger last June. As per the agreement, Cardstarter would no longer develop its promised DEX and instead would provide liquidity to existing SundaeSwap DEX. Okay, so the two are going to merge and the liquidity was going to be shared, is what it seems like. Again, I'm doing a bird's eye overview. I'm not completely invested with this. I'm just looking at this as someone who is going to invest, and I see just drama going on. So I'm sure both sides probably have different stories of what was said, but I personally don't care. I'm just seeing drama. So, and it goes on. Investors were later promised great benefits during a YouTube Ask Me Anything session for CSWAP holders in the SundaeSwap DEX. Last week, however, it was revealed that these so-called benefits would simply be a conversion from CSWAP to Cardstarter's native cards token. And this was at a rate of 400 to 1. Holders who had locked in $15 million worth of liquidity on the platform seemed to feel that this was a slap in the face, amounting to no meaningful reward for their efforts. So it seems like they were going to switch them for a token that was practically meaningless, and some are saying this is like a rug pull, which is, I guess technically by definition is not really a rug pull in a way, but it's definitely sketchy to the point that I saw that and I'm out immediately. Like, I wouldn't say I'm completely out of Cardano, because this isn't a Cardano issue per se, but between these two companies and their bickering back and forth, and even more that turned me off is they started fighting on Twitter, and there was just like their disagreements were aired in the public light, and all of this could have been solved if it was handled more professionally, if they had secured documents that actually showed what they were agreeing on, that kind of thing, like actual good business practices. So at that point I said, nope, that's not for me. So a lot of people were blaming Charles Hoskins on this, which is the CEO of Cardano, which for me makes no sense, because he is managing the underlying network, but these are different exchanges being built on top of that, and really has nothing to do with him. So I don't know where that came from. It'd be kind of like, say you bought Kellogg's cereal and it contained poison. You bought it from Walmart. You wouldn't want to sue Walmart, because Walmart doesn't really have the practices to secure that product. Like, they're not going to open up every box of cereal and send it to a lab and test it. That's a stretch in your lawsuit. You're going to sue Kellogg's, right? Because Kellogg's is the one who poisoned you. And I don't know if maybe it was just people were upset because they were losing money and they were reaching everywhere they could. Charles Hoskins is really public. Like, he constantly is doing AMAs on YouTube, and he's just really out there. So maybe they were just upset and needed to lash out to someone, but that logic to even be mad at him does not make sense to me at all. But one thing I will say, I say that I'm not completely against Cardano now, but in my same scenario, if I bought poisoned Kellogg's from Walmart, it probably changes my opinion on that Walmart, at least, So it's not a good look for Cardano, especially them bickering and this being the first decentralized exchange, like it just doesn't, it looks childish. So I definitely am going to sit this one out. I would suggest that you sit this one out because there is shady stuff going on with this conversion rate and whatever they're agreeing to. If this is how they're doing business, that's just not, it's not for me. And I don't suggest it for you. So let me know what you guys think about this. Like I said, I'm just doing an overview of what I saw looking into invest in this. Maybe there's some actual experts out there that know a little bit more about some of these exchanges and they can say what they know in the comments. So thank you for watching.